Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is I, Joe Stones. My boy Garrett, he called in sick today, which is kind of weird for him, but it is what it is. Before we go on with today's movie madness, I would like to address the malarkey that happened last week. This psychopath, Z, breaks into my house, drugs me, and drags me into his little Buffalo Bill dungeon. And it's asinine. I have my lawyers working on it right now, see if me and Garrett can get out of our contracts of being here at the D. Because honestly, this is beyond workplace violence at this point. Like, the man needs to be locked up. He's got some issues. But we're going to carry on right now. And first, I'd like to introduce somebody who's been on the D before, not on our show. He's got a voice like an angel and the sex appeal of Satan. Isaac French. How's it going, Isaac?
It's going great.
You ready to do a little movie madness today?
Absolutely. I look weird without my hat on.
You do, but we'll
keep it.
If you grow the hair back the way it was before, I'd be okay with it.
Perfect.
And our second guest here is somebody who's he's a mentor to me. He's the older brother I always wish I had. Since I've met him, he's taken me under his wing. He's really just a phenomenal man, and he loves all the same stuff I do. So, without further ado, Nick Guglielmo. How we doing there, Nicky?
I'm good. How you doing, Joe?
Good, buddy.
All right.
So today's movie madness is going to be a little bit different than what we normally do. It's not going to be a movie genre per se. I'm going to save that for when Garrett's here, so he can't bitch and complain about not having a say in the votes. So right now we're going to do the top action-adventure characters of all time. And this is just the first list of, I'm sure there can be many. So on this list here, you see on there, we got Jason Bourne versus John Wick, John Shaft versus Brian Mills. Brian Mills, for any of you laymen, is the Liam Neeson's character from Taken. Axel Foley from Beverly Hills Cop, Dirty Harry Callahan, Snake Plissken, Mad Max, Katniss Everdeen versus Beatrix the Bride Kiddo. And if you don't know who that is, that's Uma Thurman's character from Kill Bill. Sarah Connor, Lara Croft, Dominic Toretto, obviously.
Whoop.
Captain Jack Sparrow, Captain James T. Kirk, and Captain Han Solo. Now, the people that got the buys in the first round were James Bond, Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible, John McClane, John Rambo, Ellen Ripley, Buffy Summers, Dr. Henry, Indiana Jones, and Sherlock Holmes. Now, my criteria for this, because there's so many action-adventure people out there, is one, they're not part of a team like the Avengers. They're not necessarily like a superhero. There's somebody that, without this person, or they do a bunch of solo stuff, everything else wouldn't come together. So, even though Buffy has, enhanced powers or whatever, her universe wouldn't exist without it. And they had to be in more than one movie or in multiple genres of video games, comics, books, etc.
All right.
So we are going to start it off, and let's start right there at the top. Jason Bourne versus John Wick. Nicky, why don't you lead us off, and why?
Jason Bourne versus John Wick. Are we going John Wick from the movies or the books?
Either. It's all of it combined. It's the character itself.
John Wick from the book was he was a badass, so I think he would take over Bourne any day. I mean,
now, do you have anything to say about Jason Bourne? Do you feel a certain way about Jason Bourne, or do you just hate Matt Damon?
I just don't like Matt Damon. I'm not a fan. Never have been. So I'm automatically.
You don't like Will Hunting?
Yeah.
Are you biased because of The Matrix, though?
So I'm just automatically going with Wick.
You're going to go John Wick?
I'm going with John Wick.
What about you, Isaac?
I'm going with John Wick, too.
All right.
I mean, he's an absolute assassin.
Now, I have to say the longevity with Jason Bourne, and I feel for him. He doesn't know who he is. He's got the skills. But at the end of the day, John Wick got started on this path of destruction because somebody killed his dog. And I know if somebody killed my dog, it'd be the same way. So John Wick goes on to the next round.
Oh, this is going to get interesting.
Ooh, is Isaac on his knees?
Yes, he is.
I can't write. I need a marker.
You need a marker?
It's poking through.
Oh, well, go on. Just circle John Wick, and we'll know. Yeah, since Garrett called in, we didn't have the normal whiteboard, guys. So
John Wick.
this is what we're stuck with at the moment. There's Isaac's empty chair. Oh, you got it.
It's only going to be a trouble on the first one.
You could just wrote JW. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that.
All right, so next up.
Wait, did you make a joke about me being on my knees?
Yes, I did.
Jeez.
So next up, we have John Shaft versus Brian Mills from Taken. Okay. Now, me personally, I remember as a little kid watching the Shaft movies and just be absolutely blown away by the he was almost like that pre-cop in the action movies thing before it was really a big thing. And then you had Shaft Goes to Africa, and then they brought him back with Samuel L. Jackson being his nephew, and then more recently Samuel L. Jackson's son being the millennial John Shaft. I love this franchise. I've always loved this franchise. The Taken franchise started off so strong.
Oh, I loved it. Loved it.
That first movie blew my mind.
Yeah, mine too.
And then the second movie it almost suffered to me like what The Hangover 2 suffered from. It was pretty much the same movie.
Too much of the same stuff.
In a different locale.
Yeah.
And then, much like The Hangover franchise, the third movie was just a complete change where he's on the run and everything else. I personally, going longevity-wise, I'm going Shaft over Brian Mills personally.
For the same reasons. I like Shaft as well. Although I love Taken, I love Mills, but I'm going with Shaft.
Perfect. Isaac, what would you have chosen?
Well, I mean, I already got outvoted, right?
Right, but I was just curious what your opinion would have been.
I'm going to go with Shaft as well.
You're a bad
because
guy.
I think
Shut your mouth.
Brian Mills, he's good at
He's got a very specific set of skills.
Exactly.
If I recall correctly.
Yes. But he's good at tracking someone down and stuff. So it's do you throw him in the woods and then
could.
Or are they in a room like this and then they're going at it?
Yeah,
because
that's true.
I'm taking Shaft if you're throwing him in a room.
All right, so Shaft moves on to the next round. Ooh, we already got some interesting matches up for the next round.
Who does that put Shaft against?
Dude, I need a better marker.
Ethan
you want to
Hunt.
give me that? Or
Oh.
nothing writes on this.
Wow, we can see Isaac's hands. Those are those beautiful hands that play the guitar. All right, so.
Plead the 9th or 5th.
Or 10th. So next we have Axel Foley versus Dirty Harry Callahan. So, you have two cops that break the rules, but in two completely different ways. I love the Beverly Hills Cop movies. I've always found them very, very enjoyable. The third one kind of went down, but with the Dirty Harry movies, you have some of the most cinematic, iconic lines coming from those movies. Do you feel lucky? You know what I mean? And I remember watching those movies with my father. And, there hasn't been a Dirty Harry movie in almost 40 years.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody knows this, but I think it was the last one, the Deadpool. Jim Carrey is in the very beginning of that movie playing a rock star. I think he's one of the people that get murdered in it. It's one of his first roles.
Really?
He plays a rock star in it. I don't know. I love Dirty Harry. I think Dirty Harry beats Axel Foley, in my opinion. Isaac, go ahead.
These are probably the two that I'm least knowledgeable in.
And before we go on, I just want to do a little shout out to Z's mom. How we doing? I'll meet you at the food court. My treat.
Psh,
Go ahead.
what food court?
It's Singertown Mall. I'm a baller, baby.
Like the pizza there? All right.
All about Chinese food, baby. All you can eat. So
Nick?
these are two you're least knowledgeable about?
Yeah, I would say they are.
All right, Nikki, where you at?
I watched Beverly Hills Cop. Do I remember much of it? Probably not. So I would just have to go with Dirty Harry because I've watched it more, and I think that
All right.
that's why I'm going with it.
All right, so
Yeah.
Just to disagree.
You're gonna go Axel Foley?
Yeah.
All right, I like it. All right, Dirty Harry moves on.
Oh my gosh, man, dirty
You seem real comfortable on your knees there, Isaac.
knee.
E, single.
Ooh, go on.
Go on.
Dirty Harry.
All right. So next up, we got Snake Plissken versus Mad Max.
Oof.
Now these are both, and I kind of did this on purpose. These are both future apocalyptic worlds. One of them is cities are turned into prisons.
Sure.
And like Snake Plissken's Hayes, he was the template for the Metal Gear Solid series.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that
Really?
Solid Snake is
That makes sense.
with the patch and everything
Yeah,
like
makes
that.
sense.
It's based on Snake Plissken. So when I was a kid, I saw Escape from L.A. before I saw the original one because I was a kid, saw it in movie theaters, whatever, read the comics, and then when I was a teenager, I went back and saw Escape from New York, and my mind was absolutely blown. Like I like the Mad Max movies. I think they're super entertaining. Mel Gibson absolutely kills it, and the new one was great too.
Sure. Yeah.
I think Snake though.
There's so much more layers to Snake
Yeah.
than there is to Mad Max. So
Absolutely.
I'm personally going Snake.
For same reasons, man. I mean, he's just a badass.
Dude, he's awesome.
Sure
He's
is.
got one eye. He's got one eye.
Yeah.
We're very agreeable
Yeah,
here.
this is
too agreeable.
This is easy.
So,
Do we?
Snake goes on next
I
round.
think Snake.
I like Snake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
easy.
yeah,
That was
Snake-
kind of easy for me.
Yeah, Snake goes on next round. I heard you were really easy, Isaac. You musicians.
We musicians have to stand up for each other.
So now this is one I've been looking forward to. We have Katniss Everdeen versus Beatrix the Bride Kiddo, or the Bride Kiddo. So we got Kill Bill versus doo doo doo. I mean, for me, this is easy. Uma Thurman's a bad mama. Like the stuff she does in these two movies is just and I don't mind Katniss. I think like.
You take her bow away. What is she though?
She's a survivor. That's what she is. Katniss is a survivor. And, in a world that takes its citizens and puts them in a live-action battle royale game, I mean, she's done fairly well for herself.
Yeah, she has.
But the Bride is the baddest chick in all the land.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'm going with the Bride. Like, that whole fight scene at the end of the first one, with her and Lucy Liu, and her versus every ninja in Japan at the time, she kills it. I'm going the Bride personally. Nikki?
Yeah.
Depends where you put him.
All right, you put him.
I know.
You put him in battle royale. Maybe Katniss has.
You
a
give
little bit-
Katniss her bow. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
Katniss could.
give the Bride anything else, and she can kill you with it.
If you put him in Katniss's world, I don't know. Katniss might win.
So you're going with Katniss?
I'm going to go
Nick?
with Katniss.
All right,
I'm
next-
going to go against the grain.
All right, Nikki's going Katniss.
I like this part.
All right, everybody remember this. Nick went for the Mockingjay.
So, Katniss Everdeen. So I think that both of them are badass.
Way to be PC, Isaac.
I think. Well,
Yay, women's rights.
I think Katniss might outsmart the Bride,
All right, so Katniss.
but
I like big butts, and I can't.
I was terrified watching the Kill Bill.
Yeah, dude, those are awesome.
That's-
movies.
I had nightmares of her. Man, this is a
Apparently
tough
you
one.
and I feel a little bit different about Uma Thurman. I never had a nightmare about Uma Thurman.
Well, I was like 9 when I was watching them, and you were probably, what, 26, 27? I'm just kidding.
I was 18.
Roughly.
I was 18 when those movies came out.
Were you? Yeah.
Came out the year after I graduated.
Man,
Go ahead, say it. You want to pick the Mockingjay?
I think I got to go with Katniss.
All right, Katniss
right.
Everdeen
I like it.
beats the Bride.
Yeah.
Holy
Yes.
moly!
Shocker.
Only
upset.
It is an upset, but I just think she would.
This is why we do movie madness, guys. It's just as crazy as March Madness.
Yep.
All right, next up we got the Terminator franchise's Sarah Connor versus Lara Croft. It's Sarah Connor for me personally. Like,
What?
What?
apparently, like, you guys don't agree with that. Sarah Connor is, like, literally she was a waitress that turned herself into one of the most lethal weapons in the world to protect her son, which essentially she didn't do.
Well, why don't you just
Right, she
describe
failed.
Lara Croft a little bit?
Oh, Lara Croft's amazing. She's basically a hot Indiana Jones.
That's it?
I just remember playing the video game as a kid. And
Like, Indiana
just
Jones
loving
is a
it.
brilliant archaeologist and adventurer, and Lara Croft is on par with Indy, if you ask me, and better looking. Because Harrison Ford hasn't done anything for me since probably 87.
89, but yeah.
Is it the year you weren't born?
Well, he was a little, 2 years before
Yeah,
me.
you like older men, I get it.
Though you did, I'm going to go with Sarah Connor, though.
Oh, Nick, were you going Lara?
Yeah, I was gonna go Croft.
All right,
Yeah.
so Sarah Connor makes her way out of the first round.
Yeah, but that next round is, come on.
This next round's going to be super interesting. I think I seeded this very, very well. All right, so next up,
Jeez,
I'm
I'm getting a leg workout going up and down here.
we have the head of the family, Dominic Toretto, versus the drunk sailor, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Drunk captain.
Easy decision for me.
Yeah,
Easy.
I'm pretty sure that Dominic could
We're
drive
gonna go
the
with the
ship
D.
if he had to. Yeah, like, it's all about family, baby.
I don't know.
Really? You think Captain Jack is a better character than Dominic Toretto?
How does Captain Jack win anything?
He doesn't.
Now, I have
Well, he does it because he uses a lot of trickery.
I just like
My
him, I
question
guess.
for you, Nick, is Captain Jack Sparrow either fast or furious? Because I don't think he's either.
No,
Is he either
he's
Fast or Furious 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7?
All right, you guys swayed me, Dominic.
So, but I mean, think about it. Dom doesn't deal with any bullshit.
Except family.
Well, no, I'm saying like he doesn't deal with any trickery or anything. It's like straightforward.
Straight up.
Right.
Yeah,
And
he's straight.
You know
Captain
what you're
Jack
gonna
Sparrow's
get.
just gonna straight
He's
up
gonna
try to trick him,
trick
and
him.
Dom's gonna be like, "You done talking?
Dominic's gonna
Let me throw you
gonna
off
hop
the ship."
into some kind of Dodge vehicle and run over Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yep.
And
All right, it's
somehow
Dom.
that
It's
car-
definitely Dom.
Somehow that car is gonna be able to go on water or fly in
Or
space.
fly into space.
Dom T.
So this first round is going to end with Captain Kirk versus Han Solo.
I got an opinion.
I'm sure you do. Go ahead.
Let's hear
I'm gonna
it.
say
Hit us with some knowledge, bruh.
depends where they're going.
All right, are
They both in a ship, or is
No, they're
Kirk in his ship?
They're on a planet, jungle.
Hand-to-hand combat? Oh,
Is
Han Solo.
Chewie, is
No.
Chewie with him?
Han's got his blaster. Kirk's got his phaser. No Chewie, just one-on-one.
I'm going.
It's
Han.
Solo for me.
I'm going Han Solo.
Han shot first, baby.
Yeah, I don't see how Kirk comes out alive.
Now, don't get me wrong.
He's gonna come in all pretty and
I
just
was
be
like Kirk.
hey.
Chris Pine's version of Kirk, I absolutely love.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do. But there's something about
Star Wars.
the scoundrel done good.
Seriously.
That's way better than Star Trek. Yeah,
Ooh, they're to me they're like cool.
they're
completely
different, I guess.
Yeah, like
Yeah, but who are we writing here though? That's the real
you're
question.
in Solo.
No, that was a rhetorical question.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
All right,
'cause-
so now we hit the round two.
Man, I'm getting
Round 2.
I'm getting
Can we
carpet
get
burn
some
on my knees.
knee pads? for
Wouldn't
him?
be the first time. All right, we got James Vaughn versus John Wick.
Hold on, I gotta write my.
Spy that can do anything versus the assassin who saved and gets revenge for his puppy.
All about the dog.
Me,
Hey,
it's Bond, James Bond, baby.
Go ahead.
Even the bad James Bond movies are entertaining.
I think James Bond is far more popular than John Wick.
Sure.
I think that'd be the easy answer.
Well, remember, this is action and adventure. So, like, adventure-wise, the old James Bonds had a lot of it. Action-wise, this last 15 years we've had a James Bond has been the most action-packed James
Action-packed,
Bond
yeah.
that we've had. John Wick has had a solid 3 movies where he has tore stuff up. He's had the books, the comics, and everything. The adventure-wise of John Wick, it's not so much adventurous as it is just action-packed. It's pretty much like the same locale. you're in the same kind of areas. Not necessarily, he's not killing people really in the same ways, but he's very diverse in his manner of killing people. But the James Bond really opens up your imagination, like the cars, the gadgets.
That's
everything.
my thought. Like gadgets coming to mind as soon as I think of James
And
Bond.
just the creativity about it. And every actor that's portrayed James Bond has brought something else layer wise.
A new level.
It. Yeah, and it's.
I do think that it would be a terrible upset to not put James Bond through to the next round.
I
would think so.
I think he deserves it.
Yeah, I'm Bond, baby.
John Wick, don't come for me because I'm more scared of John Wick than James Bond.
I love puppies. So we got Mr. John Wick.
No, we got James Bond.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. All right. And then next up, we got two of the badass members of law enforcement to ever be put on the cinematic screen.
Don't judge me for my handwriting. Oh
John Mcclane versus Inspector Dirty Harry Callahan.
John McCain?
John McCain.
McClane.
Don't trust him.
I just have to say yippee-ki-yay, guys. Anybody who's ever watched this show knows my love of Die Hard. And John McClane is the most reluctant badass in the world. He doesn't want to do it, but he does it because somebody has to do it. And even
though it's a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie. I have a Christmas sweater.
So where are we at? John McClane
versus Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry. What happened to the one before that? You just skipped it?
Oh, apparently I did. We'll
Ethan,
go back.
All right.
Ethan Hawke or Ethan Hunt.
Whoa.
Is that Tony Hawk's? Is that Tony Hawk's brother?
Any relation?
Ethan Hawke's actually Uma Thurman's husband. We got John Shaft versus Ethan Hunt. I love the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah.
And they've just gotten better and better over the years. So I'm going to Ethan Hunt.
I can't disagree with that. I don't see how Shaft beats Ethan Hunt.
Like every movie, Tom Cruise just outdoes himself. And honestly, the second iteration of the show in the late 80s, I used to watch with my parents on Friday nights. I knew what Mission Impossible was till.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Dude, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Every week he'd have a different face on. It was great. Their main base was this plane that they just flew around all the time. It was awesome. So Ethan Hunt makes it?
Ethan Hunt makes it. In my mind, I don't know.
Isaac looks like he's contemplating.
Isaac's
even
thinking
though
about
his vote doesn't matter.
Tell me how it's not.
Ethan Hunt won.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to think of an argument against it because
you don't have one.
I don't like you.
Ooh.
But I'm just kidding. Yeah, let's go with Hunt. Hunt the...
Whoa. There's children watching.
The man. What?
This is a family-friendly show, Isaac.
I know. Why are you swearing then?
Where you beat people up?
No, I protect myself.
Oh.
All right,
That's
so
not
next.
what I've heard.
John McClane versus Dirty Harry. I'm going John McClane.
Yeah, easily.
Nikki?
Easy.
My vote doesn't matter.
What? You look like a Dirty Harry kind of guy to me.
Nah, I don't see. Nah, I like John McClane.
All right, that one was easy.
Yeah, that one was easy. This one's not gonna. This next
My
one.
left knee, man. I'm
This
telling
will be
you.
the last time Isaac wants to be on the show.
It's like I'm done.
Hopefully next time you're on, Garrett's here and I can take over.
Why do you have one of those hot chips over there, though? What's that?
Yesterday, that douche Z on one of his shows, he had some guy eat it. A bunch of peeps. And they
Is
did a
there-
challenge.
That
on it.
with peeps?
Yeah.
Yikes!
I'm wondering.
I'm going to just smell it
How'd
to
that
see
go?
if...
He vomited, I was told.
Really?
Yeah. So next up, we got Ellen Ripley versus your guys' Mockingjay, Katniss.
Again, you skipped one. I don't know what you got going on that computer.
I'm reading wrong.
What about Jonathan Rambo?
Yeah, John.
Rambo versus Snake Plissken.
Oof. Roll the dice on that
It's
one.
Rambo for me. I love Rambo.
Yeah, you do.
I do. You put him in any terrain, whether it be in the United States, down in Mexico, in the Vietnam jungle, in Iraq.
You put him in post-apocalyptic New York City with Snake Plissken. I'm taking Plissken.
Ooh.
Good point. Good point. So where are we putting him?
Put him forever. You get a gun in Rambo's hand, and he's always got his knife on him. So
He does always have his knife.
hand-to-hand combat, I think Rambo wins.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, I don't see how hand to hand he's not going to win.
And
but
like honestly, he just needs to step on the left side of Snake, and he's okay.
he's done.
Snake's
Why is that?
He disappeared. Where'd he go, guys?
And he's already invisible. Invisible.
Invisible?
Right.
Invincible?
You can't see him.
Yeah.
Like
Rambo, if he's in the woods, you're not seeing him.
right.
It's
Even
tough.
if he's in the city, he gets enough mud and garbage on him. He can look like he's a dumpster. Like I give it to Rambo, guys.
And he is used to cities with Rocky, so.
Ooh.
Ooh. All right, send him.
So
Rambo?
Rambo
Send
it is.
Rambo.
Ouch.
Wow. This
list is different than I thought it was going to be.
this other round is going to be intense. So now Ellen Ripley versus the Mockingjay, Katniss Everdeen. It's Ripley all day. All day. The stuff that she's had to kill. You put Ripley in the battle royale, she'd be like, "Oh, this is a vacation.
easy. Yeah, this is easy.
This is nothing."
That's true. If you were to put,
I don't know any scenario.
I
where
almost
Katniss
think,
wins.
I almost want to take back my vote with the Bride and Katniss.
Well, it's too late now.
because
The votes have been counted.
because the thing is, I wasn't
is
thinking
present.
like you put the Bride in the Hunger Games, right?
Yeah.
Like she would destroy.
But you guys argued.
But no.
I'll use that
No,
for
no,
an
no.
argument.
You used
though.
that
Listen.
argument last round.
Listen, what I'm saying though is that because it's a game, I think that Katniss would have won that.
You think this is a game? You think this is a effing game?
I volunteer as tribute to not.
I feel like
speak.
you've watched these movies way more than I anticipated.
I got to go Ripley. But
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
Ripley.
Yeah.
It's Ripley.
Ripley.
guys.
I'm just saying it would have been closer if we put the Bride.
You think it would have been closer?
I think
Yeah,
so.
Probably.
I just was Whoops.
Well, you guys voted her out in the first round.
Yeah, because we wanted this round to be easier.
Because you guys like Jennifer Lawrence, let's be honest.
I like
All
my
right.
wife and only my wife.
Yeah.
Good
same.
answer.
We're married.
All right, next round is Sarah Connor versus the Staken.
Buffy. I'm just gonna write it
Vampire
right fucking now.
slaying.
I'm gonna write it now. Buffy.
Buffy.
Yeah, I mean, how do you
Easy,
not put
easy.
Buffy?
Easy.
Buffy!
Easy.
That's an easy one. No brainer. Send her through.
I might even put Buffy through the next one already.
All right, so next we have Dr.
Doctor.
Henry Indiana Jones versus Dominic Toretto.
Excuse me. I'm just gonna go Dominic again.
Just to be different, I'm going to go Indiana Jones.
I can't. I mean, what's Indiana Jones gonna do? Whip him? I mean,
Indiana Jones has beaten Nazis. He's beaten savages in the jungle. Hell, he's defeated aliens in the last
He did
movie.
beat
Like,
aliens.
when he was like 70. Like, the man cannot be killed. He was in quicksand. Like, the only thing Dom would be able to beat him with
Let's
is
just
if he
say
put some
I'm
snakes
gonna
in him.
leave if you don't pick Dom, and you're gonna have to start writing. So
I'll take Dom.
Oh, wow.
no. I want you to pick your oddest.
No,
opinion.
that's who. I mean,
I'm
I was
thinking
going with
Dom.
Dom either way because I just don't
Dominic
see
Toretto goes on.
I'm saying Dom because
Indiana Jones by himself. Just
I just-
fighting him. I just don't see it.
I just is like, oh, quicksand.
Yeah, huh? I'm gonna throw this crystal skull at you. What are
Right.
you gonna do?
I'll shoot you with my gun. All right, Dominic Toretto. And so for the last one in round 3 here, we have Sherlock Holmes versus Han Solo.
How did Sherlock Holmes make it on there?
Are you kidding me? He's had some of the greatest adventures ever. Did you watch the BBC series of him
No,
with Benedict Cumberbatch?
I did not.
One of the best series ever.
Come on.
Dude, because the way they do their...
You hear what you just said. One of the best series ever.
Dude, because they do...
Top 300 at least.
The British do their episodes like in movies. So it's like each season's only like 3 episodes, but they're each an hour and a half movie. And his version of Sherlock is off the chain.
Really.
Robert Downey Jr.'s version, off the chain.
I'm not saying it's not a great.
I think Sherlock
Series.
Holmes would figure out how to
When was Sherlock Holmes based again? Like what year?
Originally?
Yeah.
In the 1800s.
17 or 1800s.
Yeah, there's like spaceships and stuff for Star Wars.
Right, but the thing with Sherlock Holmes is he's been updated as time has gone. And I'm sure if I look hard enough, there's probably been a space version of Sherlock Holmes at some point or another.
Yeah.
And like Han Solo, as awesome as he is, I feel like Sherlock Holmes would figure out a way to disarm him and kill him without even like breaking a sweat. Hand-to-hand combat, Sherlock wins.
I disagree. I'm going with Han Solo.
I'm going Sherlock.
I like being this guy.
Decision guy.
The decision guy. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to write it.
Oh. And he's going to pick Han Solo, everybody. Oh, Sherlock Holmes!
Oh, boy.
Oh.
I agree with you. The hand-to-hand cat, I think he would disarm him and just, like, step on his throat.
Wow. And to make it into the final four, we have 2 espionage champions.
Look at my handwriting.
What is that?
That's
It's
James
Hunt.
Bond versus Ethan Hunt.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you have the OG versus the new G. Who wins?
James Bond versus Ethan Hunt.
I'm going James Bond.
Yep, me too.
You got to slow down with this so you can be the decision maker.
I know.
I'll be the decision maker on the next one.
I'm going with James Bond in this
Okay, Bond.
one.
We all agree with
We all
Bond.
agree with
Yeah, I mean, he was, he's pretty much,
Awesome.
Kansas.
So next we have John McClane versus Rambo. 2 of the 80s biggest action draws. Go ahead, you guys can go first.
All right, I'll go first. I like Rambo to go on the next round.
I have my answer, but I'll wait.
Wait, who is it against?
John McClane.
John McClane versus Rambo.
I wanted you to be a decision maker, but how could I go against Rambo on this?
I'm picking John McClane.
Are you really?
Yeah,
Why?
I love John McClane.
Well, we know that.
Give us a reason. Why does he beat
Because he always wins no matter what. No matter what situation he's been put in some way, whether it's God looking down upon him.
Has Rambo lost?
Irish luck.
Has Rambo lost?
Yes.
You're just saying that.
He lost his family. They hate him. They all died.
Oh.
McClane's family's still there. He saves them every time.
Every time.
Every time. And John McClane went all the way to Russia because he thought his son was locked up, but his son was
wasn't.
undercover, and then still saved his son's ass when he was like 65, and apparently he's got whatever this weird disease where he
But
can't.
don't you
talk,
want to
like-
see Rambo fight James Bond?
I'd like to see John McClane figure his way out of fighting James Bond, but if you pick it's okay. I'm not going to be angry at you, Isaac. I'll still
You should
support
be, though.
your music career. Like, it's okay.
Be angry at me.
I hate you.
Ow.
That was so loud.
It wasn't that loud because I turned it down. We're going with Rambo, aren't
Oh,
we?
Rambo versus
All
James
right.
Bond.
That's who you.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like
you're
it.
Rambo. Yeah.
And then we have Ripley versus Buffy.
What I write? Rambo. I wrote Rambo.
Ripley versus
Rambo.
Buffy.
Oh, this is easy for me.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, baby.
How does Buffy not go on to the next round?
I just sat down.
Just bring the board to you.
It's on screen. We don't want to.
can't do that.
All right.
So Dominic Dorado versus Sherlock Holmes.
I think this is where Dom finally does not make it through.
I vote Dominic Dorado.
You do?
Yep. Because you want to know why? Do you know what edge he has over Sherlock Holmes?
What?
Straight up Coronas.
He's fast and he's
Straight up
serious,
Coronas.
and he's got his family. And what does Sherlock Holmes drive? Does he drive a '68 Dodge
Horse-
Charger?
a
I
horse-
don't
Who did Sherlock Holmes just beat?
He'd just be Han Solo.
I don't know how that happened.
You think Dominic Toretto?
It doesn't matter what my argument was from the last.
It does. I don't, dude. I would love to vote Dom through. I would love to, but I don't think I can.
I can't.
I got to do Holmes.
I think this is where his downfall is. I like Sherlock Holmes better.
You both like Sherlock Holmes?
He's
I
smarter.
love Dom.
He's smart. He's smarter. He's gonna figure it out. He's a detective. Dom's just got brute force. I see Sherlock Holmes beating him.
I don't see Sherlock Holmes beating The Rock, but Dom did. So, my vote is my vote.
Ooh, geez, that's true.
That's a good argument. I mean, it's not bad.
Like,
You got a coin.
I don't.
All right, I'm gonna flip the.
here, let's see. Flip it.
Uh-oh. Tails.
Heads, it's Dom. Tails, it's Sherlock Holmes. Ready?
Let's see.
It's heads.
Oh,
Dominic Dorado makes it through.
through.
I got it. I just, we need to see it. Oh my God, Dom versus Buffy.
So, our final four is James Bond versus Rambo, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer versus Dominic
Dom
Dorado.
Oh my gosh.
James Bond.
So,
Can we go backwards on this one?
sure. Buffy versus Dom. Who wins this one? I'll go last for you guys, okay?
I know your vote, I think.
You thought you knew my vote last time.
I know,
All right,
but
so
I think I know it this time.
We're going with Buffy versus
Dominic Dorado.
Dominic Dorado.
Ugh.
She kills vampires. How does she not kill him?
He's unkillable.
I guess that could be the argument. If that was the argument. I don't know. I put Buffy through because she always finds a way to kill the vampires in the end and save everybody. She's like...
She saved the world a bunch of
multiple times.
Yeah.
So I'm putting Buffy through. That's my vote.
Mr. French.
So, a little backstory.
Let's hear it.
I think it was like 7-8 years ago. I recorded a song with my brother, Dominic.
Yes.
And it was the See You Again song from Fast Five. And I posted it on Facebook like 7-8 years ago today.
Fast 6.
6 years.
No,
it was
7.
It was 2015.
It was Fast
2015.
Fast 7. It was Fast 7.
It was 2015, I think.
Fast 7.
So, being that my brother's name is Dominic, and
He's family.
and I happened to post that on today, I'm gonna go with Buffy.
Oh, wow.
So it looks like Buffy's made her
I
way
think,
through.
but there's no way.
And just so you guys know,
Who are
I
you
was
voting
picking
for?
Buffy.
Okay, all right.
It was unanimous.
Yeah. Were we? So
just circle Buffy.
okay. I was like, I can't write it anywhere else.
And now,
This is an easy decision for
I
me.
never
right
thought it would come down to Buffy in the final round.
I actually called it would come down to Buffy in the final round.
Here. Oh, you did, didn't you?
They did. James Bond versus John Rambo. This is two guys who do very similar things, but in completely different ways. One of them is bringing an axe to a wood shop, and the other one is he's stitching things real fine.
He's putting stuff in the wood shop
to make sure.
before
it's the finesse
he gets there.
versus the brute force. Like one guy is going to leave everything decimated.
You know
the
who
other
would I-
guy's not. You're gonna not even know he was
I would have
there.
loved to see Rambo versus Dom Dorado.
I feel bad for John Rambo.
I think Dom would.
I agree. I think Rambo would win.
He
You
put
think
up a
Rambo
fight.
would win? I think you think Dom would win.
I think Dom would put up a fight. I don't know who'd win though. I think Rambo's got the same brute force.
That's
though.
like two grizzly bears going at
Yeah,
it
but
right
then
there.
again, Dom did beat The Rock,
Right, but Rambo would just have to grab the knife out and just.
and then Dom could be like, "Oh, you stabbed me? Let's go."
family. But when it comes down to this,
I gotta go
I think
with.
Rambo would put up a good fight. I think Bond would kind of have him on the ropes.
I think Bond would win. Bond would just.
Go ahead, Nikki.
It'd be one of those things. Sorry, it'd be one of those things where like you wouldn't even see the death of Rambo.
the end coming. Yeah.
It would just happen, and you wouldn't even like if this was on screen, you wouldn't even see him. He would just be in the building, and it would blow up, and you just assume he's dead, and then there'd be another Rambo movie with him being alive. So like I feel like
After
James
credit
Bond,
scene.
Yeah.
James Bond will win this one, but Rambo's still alive.
But he's still alive.
Does
I
that
like
make
it.
sense? Rambo's gonna lose, but he's gonna be alive.
But he's
somehow.
going to be alive somehow
Exactly.
in the end. I like it.
I don't know. I
And
think
a
Bond.
big fiery blast in the end.
Nikki, you're going Bond also?
I'm going Bond also. Yeah.
Bond.
It's all the way across the board.
All right.
So now we have Buffy the Vampire Slayer versus Bond, James Bond.
Wow.
This is hard.
You guys want me to lead you off?
Lead us off. Let's hear it.
So essentially, James Bond has been killed on screen. James Bond has an expiration date. James Bond, despite all his gadgets, his training, his 007 license to kill, at the end of the day, he makes bad decisions sometimes, and he can get himself killed. Buffy just continues on saving the world. She's been up against dragons, demons, vampires, anything that's been...
Ooh, a vampire.
I'd have to give it to Buffy.
Oh,
I'm going to let you go ahead. I'll be the
let me
decision
go.
maker this time. Go ahead.
So the thing with Buffy versus James Bond,
And she's way hotter than James Bond.
Definitely.
beg to differ.
Oh, Isaac's trying to
Just kidding.
broaden his
Just kidding,
appeal to
folks.
the masses.
I got to go with James Bond.
Okay.
I just think he would win.
All right.
But I think he would do it by sacrificing himself.
Oh, so you think they both
So he
end up
wins,
dying,
but they both end up
I
dying.
think so.
Oof.
All right.
I think that's the only way he could do it. I think he'd be like, today's my day too.
All right. So maybe I didn't want to be in this position.
Nick.
You're essentially picking the winner right now, Nick.
I know. All right. Buffy's so big, but James Bond is so tricky. I just don't. I like your argument, how he has an expiration date, and we've never really seen Buffy go down, and she's fought dragons.
Gods,
Vampires.
monsters, werewolves.
Vampires.
Like, every time you knock her down, she gets back up.
And James Bond's only
Doesn't
fought
get knocked
mortals. For that reason, I have to go with Bond.
Oh!
I have to. I'm going to go with
James
Bond.
Bond is our winner.
James Bond.
Wow.
Yeah.
Buffy almost slayed him.
Almost.
Holy
I think it's one of
snap.
those things like 8 out of 10 Bond.
She might
7
win
out
a
of
few
10.
times.
She might win a few
Wow.
times.
Yeah.
Wow, guys. Man, I wish Garrett was here to experience this. Like it.
Where?
Actually, speaking, he just
Where is Garrett?
He just sent me an email.
Garrett did?
Yeah, he wants me to open it up. Oh, he's probably got a message, probably thanking you guys for being here.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
I need that praise, baby.
So
Need that pat on the
here's
back.
a message from Garrett, guys.
You stupid son of a bitch. You think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm stupid? I get home. Do you think I'm stupid? Huh? I get home and the money was short. It was short. You thought you're smart? Wrapping it up with the $1 bills and stuff like that. You think you're smart? You think you're smart, pal? Huh? Think you're smart? You and your buddy Joe are gonna pay, and now you're gonna pay more. You got something to say, tough guy? You got something to say? Joe, I got your boy right here. You're gonna pay more fucking money. You're gonna pay more money, or else that's it, buddy. You got it? You got it?
Wow. Seems like this gone pretty far.
This, you know what? I got a message for Anthony. Z, I'm going to take Coffin up on his little gesture towards me and Garrett because I'm tired. I'm tired of this nonsense. I'm tired of you baby back bozo Buffalo Bill bullshit. Okay, you've crossed the line. I don't know what your problem is, but we're going to find you. And when I find you, there's not going to be a coffin, a casket, an urn. There's going to be nothing left of you. Do you understand? You're done. This is no longer this play around bullshit with the belt and everything else. You're dead, kid. And when I find you, that's going to be your last time on Earth. You understand? I apologize you two had to witness this, but this is done. James Bond wins. We're done. Thanks for watching the show, guys. This will be the last time you see No Ball Z.